One time when I was 4 or 5, I was watching TV in my parents' bedroom because my brothers were playing video games on the other TV. I was just laying on their bed while watching TV. Then I found a round pink squishy ring. Only being 5, I thought that it was a bracelet, so I put it around my wrist and went on with my day. Later that day I showed my mom my new bracelet and she looked horrified and told me to take it off immediately and wash my hands. At the time I had no idea why she made it such a big deal, but a few years later I found out it was my dad's cock ring that I had touched with my bare hands and wore as a bracelet, so yeah, heart.
I'm 16 years old, and last year when I was walking home from school, I saw two little kids that couldn't be older than 9 were walking home a little bit in front of me. I assumed they were brother and sister. Anyway, me being so much bigger with longer legs, I eventually started to catch up to them, and right when I was about to turn off into my street, I noticed a car pulled up next to them and asked them to get in. My heart stopped when I heard the older one say, "But mister, we don't know you." After that I kept walking towards them and screamed out, "Lucy, Mark," because I didn't know their actual names, and they both looked at me. I ran up and said, "Guys, don't run off on me like that. Stay close." I pretended like I didn't see the car pulled up next to them and walked with them until the car drove off. They asked me who I was, but I just kept telling them to be quiet until the man goes away. When the guy left, I told them not to talk to strangers and walked them home. I explained to their parents what happened, and I don't think I've ever seen more grateful parents.
Last month I found out that my dad has been cheating on my mom with some bitch at work. My little sister was watching YouTube on his phone when we got a Snapchat notification from a girl called Babe Number 1, so she pressed on it so she can give it to my dad, and the message said, "When are you leaving them? Can't wait for you." And when I came back home I confronted him about it crying, and now I've been blackmailing him about it so I can get whatever I want, but on a promise I don't tell my mom. Anyways, I told my mom yesterday and I told her I've been using him to get what I want, and she told me to keep on blackmailing him so he can go bankrupt and go to his side hoe for help. Anyways, guess who's getting a new phone this week?
In 3rd grade I had this one Asian teacher who was legit 19 years old, and it was her first year teaching. Back then I was a big bully and thought I was better than everyone else, which was actually true, but we don't talk about it anyway. She always had her boyfriend come in and help cut papers and shit. That boy was pale as fuck and looked like he weighed as much as a box of Cliff Bars. He would wear scarves all the time, and gay ass shoes, so I started a rumor that he was a gay vampire. The rumor spread very fast until one day this kid told his mom about it. His mom was on the PTA and she told my 3rd grade teacher she had to have a talk with our class about it and how it was hurtful to spread rumors like, "Shut the fuck up, bitch, it was just a joke." She asked who started it, and this one girl that smelled like the bottom of a mayo jar snitched on me like, "What the fuck, I will literally spit on you, bitch." My teacher took me out to the hallway and told me that was very rude of me and what I said was wrong. Then I called her a homophobe because she thinks that being gay is wrong. She kept saying no, that's not what she said, but I was like, "Bitch, that was what came out of your mouth." While I was arguing with this girl, the principal of my school walked by and asked what was going on. I said that the teacher was being homophobic and said that being gay was wrong. My principal had a gay daughter, so she yelled at my teacher and then told me to go back to class and handed me a sticker. I eased my way out of that, and then my 3rd grade teacher quit 4 weeks later. Once in like 4th grade we were in class doing work and suddenly the principal told us we were going into lockdown and that it was not a drill. So we all got into the corner of the room and someone banged and shook the door aggressively, and we were all scared and about to cry except me because I was a little psychopath and I thought the thrill was fun. Anyways, after a while we were all told to go into the gym by police. A cop, by the way. They were yelling at us to go when kids were pissing themselves probably. So we got to the gym and the principal told us it was actually just a drill and none of it was real, and I will never ever forgive that fat mouth. When I was in 8th grade I had a racist computer design teacher. He would say shit like reverse racism exists or shit like calling someone white is racist. It took me a while to realize he wasn't just failing me because my work was shitty. So one day when he was putting up a poster he asked someone to hold the rolling chair he was standing on. My friend happens to be the one holding the chair. I told her, "Bitch, you should move the chair so he falls," so she was like, "Hell yeah." She quickly moved the chair. He fell and bumped his head and passed out. We called the office and they took him to the hospital. No one told on us because we all hated him for being a racist piece of shit. In conclusion, don't be racist, we all taste the same. Time in 4th grade my mom had to pick me up for my doctor's appointment. She was supposed to come at 2 o'clock but it was 2:30, so the principal called my mom but there was no answer. It was then 4 o'clock and I was sitting in the office waiting for her. They then sent me to the after school club which ended at 6. It was 6:30 and they asked me if there was any other way to contact her. I said no. When I waited there another hour went by and it was just me and my principal in the office. He tried calling my mom several times but she wasn't there. He then left and it was Just me and the security guard. It was the 9 o'clock and my aunt came all the way from Mass to pick me up. My mom ended up passing out and had to go to the hospital for some reason. I didn't know any other phone number and my mom's number was the only one in the book. Red heart.
Okay, so in 2nd grade I went to the bathroom and was constipated, and the toilet at my school was high up and I was really tiny so I couldn't reach, so I shit it on the floor and left. The next day the principal made an announcement about someone going number 2 on the floors and if they knew who it was to tell their teacher, so I told my teacher that it was this bitch that I hated named Sarah who did it. She got sent to the principal and they called her mom. I kept shitting because they just assumed she wouldn't stop. One day she tried to say it was me, so the next day while she was in the bathroom I shat on my hand, reached over the stall and threw it on her and ran. To this day no one knows I did any of it. Smirking cat face.
One day my cousin made a Tinder and we were having a family barbecue, so he came over. He was like, "Oh my god, Sam, like this really hot girl just like matched with me." And then he shows me. And then I see the profile and it's literally pictures of Madison Beer. But the name on the profile was like Kalani. I was like, "Bro, I don't know who you think you're fucking texting, but it's not Madison Beer. You're texting someone's fucking auntie right now. Whole ass auntie." He's like, "Guess we're about to find out." I was like, "No, what the no?" He's like, "Yeah, I just gave her the Addy. She's about to pull up. Like, we're gonna meet. Like, it's all cool, Sam. Like, trust me." Trust me. Trust me, he said. Okay. I trusted him. So I see a car pull up and he's like, "Oh my god, I think it's her." I was like, "Oh shit, what if I do meet Madison Beer?" The door freaking opens and this old lady pops up. I look at my cousin and I'm like, Go hug her. Go. You were so excited. It's Kalani." One day my cousin made a Tinder and we were having a family barbecue, so he came over. He was like, "Oh my god, Sam, like this really hot girl just like matched with me." And then he shows me. And then I see the profile and it's literally pictures of Madison Beer. But the name on the profile was like Kalani. I was like, "Bro, I don't know who you think you're fucking texting, but it's not Madison Beer. You're texting someone's fucking auntie right now. Whole ass auntie." He's like, "Guess we're about to find out." I was like, "No, what the no?" He's like, "Yeah, I just gave her the Addy. She's about to pull up. Like, we're gonna meet. Like, it's all cool, Sam. Like, trust me." Trust me. Trust me, he said. Okay. I trusted him. So I see a car pull up and he's like, "Oh my god, I think it's her." I was like, "Oh shit, what if I do meet Madison Beer?" The door freaking opens and this old lady pops up. I look at my cousin and I'm like, Go hug her. Go. You were so excited. It's Kalani."
This story time is disgusting. So anyways, I was at a new school and it was days into the new school year. I had just gotten my period for the first time and one day I went to the bathroom to change my pad to make sure I didn't bleed through. I didn't know where to put the pad, so I tried to flush it. Bad idea. The toilet started to flood and then a girl came into the stall next to me. I tried to take the pad out of the toilet with a pen, but it fell and blood and the pad's insides went everywhere. I was on the verge of crying, so I sprinted out of the bathroom hoping no one saw me.
So one time when I was in the 5th grade there was a huge group chat I was in. It was the night before a school day and we were texting on it, and all of a sudden someone said they'd shoot up the school if we kept talking on it. He couldn't leave the group chat, so we ignored it and kept texting on it. Then the next day at school a 6th grader told on the man they took everybody who was in the group chat to the office and questioned all of us. They asked for our phones and 2 dumb bitches gave it to the principal and they saw everything. The kid then got suspended for a whole month. Sparkles. Smirking cat face. Nail polish being applied to fingers.